What is going on, guys? Matt Downs with Daily Grind Fantasy Sports, and in this video, we're going to be putting together a 5-man prize pick slip. Now, why are prize picks 5 flex slips preferred compared to the 2-man powers? Because this is always a thing that gets brought up on Twitter, it gets brought up on TikTok, and honestly, people just have no idea what they're talking about, because if you break down the math behind both of these slip types, you guys will see that 5-man slips are more profitable in the long run, at least on prize picks, than any other slip type. 5-man flexes and 6-man flexes. So if we go through the math here, basically this spreadsheet in front of you shows the break-even point based on the average slip or the average leg percent hit rate over a long period of time, right? So if we put in a projected win percentage of 57.77% for 2-man powers, you're literally getting net profit here when you hit 0-2. You're getting -10. Of course, this is assuming that you have a buy-in of $10. You're getting -10 for 0-2, -10 1 out of 2. And then when you get 2 out of 2, you double up your money. Or really, and according to prize picks, you triple it, but you don't really, because your buy-in is $10. And then you're getting an additional, $20 on top of that. So you're really only two times in your money, right? So the break-even point here is going to be 57.77%. This is assuming that you have an average leg hit rate of 57.77% over the long run, right? So there's really not much wiggle room when you compare it to a 5 flex. I already done the math for you guys, 57.34%. When you break down all of the scenarios where you go through whether you hit a 0 out of 5, 1 out of 5, 2 out of 5, I've already done all this math right here in front of you. And basically your break-even point, your break-even percentage here is going to be 54.34%. So there's a little bit more wiggle room. Like there's almost 3%. There is over a 3% more chance of a wiggle room here when you play picks on prize picks in a 5 flex than when you play them in a 2-man power. So why that is relevant is because when we compare market odds directly to prize picks, right, we're looking for a very high percent chance, obviously, for each leg. But given the math here behind the 2-man powers and 5-man flexes, you obviously have a little bit more wiggle room. So comparing to the market is very crucial when looking at prize pick slips. Now, why is that? Because none of these numbers really mean anything when you're comparing a direct line to prize picks, because you have to take in consideration the juice and all that stuff, because prize picks obviously has different juice than sports books. But that is what the optimizer does for you. So if you look here in front of you, the DG Fantasy Optimizer, we take out the juice of every single bet on the sports book to find the real, true percent odds to hit or not, because there's only 2 scenarios, right, in a bet. You're either going to hit the over or hit the under. So you need to figure out what the hidden percentage chance that these sports books are giving this prop, whatever prop you're looking at, to hit the over or under, because then what you can do is, given all this market research, break down that fair odds percentage on whether it's going to hit the over or under, and if it outweighs that 54.34% chance we were just looking at, or 57.7% chance, then you have a long-term profitable slip. So let's take a look here at the very top of the optimizer, because comparing book odds is the most crucial thing you can do. And a lot of these props here, as you can see at the very top, are League of Legends plays, CSGO. They are only supported by one book or other DFS app, and I'll show you how to treat that. So we've already done all the advanced math behind the scenes. All this is crunching out all this advanced math. But what we're looking at here, Yike, I don't know how you pronounce his name, from G2, has a prize picks kill projection here of 11. But on Betano, who is I think it's a foreign sports book, it's available in like 6 other countries, is giving this a near even line, -118 juice on the under at 9 kills. Right? So you're getting a 2-kill difference on prize picks compared to Betano, who is a very reputable book here, when you are playing, or when you're able to play it, obviously. So this 2-kill difference is like huge. To compare this is like, think of an average NBA basketball player like Eric Gordon, right? I think his projections are usually higher than this, but let's say that he has a point value of 11, but on the sports book he has a 9 with a near even line. That's a 2-point difference, and as you know, all you NBA basketball fans out there, 2 points can make all the difference. That's another a bucket for an average NBA player. So you can think about that in terms of League of Legends. Getting 1 kill is harder than getting a single point in basketball. So that's enough to move the needle here. 11, very aggressive line on prize picks. Therefore, we are giving it a 59.9% chance to hit the under. Let's go ahead and throw that into our slip. Yike. Under 11 maps 1 to 2 kills. And now we're going to CSGO, the exact same kind of situation. Now, this situation is quite unique. Why? Because Problem has a 15.5 maps 1 to 2 headshot projection here, but if you compare it to Underdog, where he has a 17.5, headshots are kind of hard to come by, especially for the average CSGO player. You know, you have your skill players and you have your not so skilled players. I don't know how good Problem is, but I know that he has a low headshot projection here on Prizepicks and a slightly more aggressive one here on Underdog. Now, imagine if you were to hit this bet on Underdog with the opposite way. This should theoretically be showing a 58.6% chance to hit the under on Underdog, okay? Because that 2 headshot difference is so substantial. If he finishes in the middle between these 2 DFS apps, you win your bet on both apps. So again, we're just using logic here. It's just basic problem solving. So theoretically, right, we're talking about Prizepicks and Underdog's projections for esports. We're not assuming one is sharper than the other because esports is very new to the market, right? We don't have that much data. So we're going to assume that the sharpest projection is in between these two at 16.5, we'll say. So if the sharpest projection is at 16.5, where we get the projection of 17.5 with Underdog, we get it on 15.5 here on Prizepicks. Why not hit the over on Prizepicks, hit the under on Underdog? The majority of people who can play Prizepicks can also play Underdog. Like, it's that simple. So you can take the bet on Prizepicks here, which is what we're going to do. We're going to hit Problem on CSGO, Problem, over. And this is also called middling for any of you guys who are new to the channel or new to Twitter. We also have a very big discrepancy. It usually correlates between the 2 apps with the same player. So Problem looks like he has a very soft projection on Prizepicks compared to Underdog. 3.5. That's pretty huge here. I mean, you're getting taco discounts of like 5 to 8 usually for CSGO players. So this is a 3.5. So that's pretty good. Obviously can't put the same player in the slip. CEO, holy cow, my eyes are getting horrible. 1 kill difference here on Underdog as well. So we're going to go to CEO, and he plays for R7, and we're going to hit the over. Yes, over, making sure he's not playing against G2, because usually when you look for correlation between League of Legends, at least from what I've gathered, is that when one person has the under that you're playing against and you have the over, that's positive correlation. If he was playing against his team, that would be even better because it's positive correlation. Anyway, Solly March. Okay, so this is a soccer prop, and a lot of soccer players, a lot of soccer cappers in the industry say that sportsbooks odds don't matter. Well, if you say that, then you're basically assuming that the sportsbook that is providing these lines, they don't make money off of their lines because they have no idea what they're talking about, which is false. We're going to be taking the over here because you're getting a very juiced line on Barstool. Why not just get that same exact line here at 0.5, hitting the over at minus 119 implied odds, because when you put them into a 5-man slip, you're getting minus 119 implied odds across the board. Last but not least, we have Pablo Lopez at 6.5 strikeouts. We're going to hit the under on him. Looks like an average, his average odds across the board, minus 144 implied odds. I bet you this has already been bumped because this is a very big discrepancy in terms of like implied odds, because again, you're getting him at minus 119 on Prizepicks. They usually adjust this based on the market. You guys will see this get bumped, but as of recording this video, it looks like we have MLB. It looks like he has not been bumped. So that is a profitable long-term slip using a 5 flex slip on Prizepicks. I will also say, for all you guys who just don't like 5 flex slips, you technically can provide a profitable slip here by taking the over on Problem and taking the under on Yike, because again, we're looking for 57.7% chances or higher here for fair odds percentage, and as you can see, they're both higher than 57.7%. So that is it. That's how you win money long term, guys. Please don't change your process. Stick to the process. Wait it out. And if you guys did like this video, please do hit that subscribe button, notification bell, and of course, smash that like button for all of our future content. With all that being said, have a great rest of your day, and let's cash.